just moments away. We'll be back right after this.
They gon' know me as legendary. When he stands, I ain't need no commentary. If you the competition, you gon' get buried. I don't cheat on the game, we getting married.
Yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
Ain't need no commentary. Ain't no option.
How about that pass? Come on, now that's amazing. Nice.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the New Orleans Pelicans here at their home, the Smoothie King Center. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you very much. Jaren Jackson Jr. is continuing in his father's NBA footsteps. Asked about that influence, Jaren said, just his heart for the game and tenacity. You have to be able to shoot and play defense because you don't want to be a liability. At the end of the day, my dad did all of that, and he won a ring. Kevin Jaren Jr. wants that last part, too.
I can see why, DA, and I think he's well on his way. Thank you for that one. Well, a chance to check out some stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then there's John Morant. Then it's Williams. And it's Bane in at the shooting guard. And for the Pelicans, Devontae Graham is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Jones. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Ingram in at the small forward position. And tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, and that goes for the players, coaches, and fans.
Now here's Graham, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Valanciunas passes to Graham. In the corner, it's Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass.
Brandon Ingram looks light, but don't take him lightly on the offensive end. He'll score.
And this may not be the juiciest stat you'll ever get, but the development of Brandon Ingram as a free throw shooter early in his career was shocking.
Williams against McCollum. Valanciunas against Adams. And Valanciunas kicks to Ingram. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Greg, as we take a look at Ingram's free throw shooting, he went from a mediocre performer at the line to almost automatic after a few years in the NBA.
And Kevin, it's a testament to the work he's put in. It was an area of his game he had to develop, and he didn't ignore it. And now his aggression on the court pays off with points at the line.
Here's McCollum following the basket by John Morant. That shot misses. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
Adams against Valanciunas. Ingram outside. Valanciunas with a screen on Williams. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul. And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. Some changes for Memphis.
Grizzlies substitution.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Hayes. 6 to shoot. Here's Snell. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
And I'll tell you what, somebody's draped all over him, and he's still able to connect.
Now here's Anderson, covered by Hayes. Anderson passes to Melton. The kick out to Anderson. Cans it from downtown.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The dish to Temple. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul. Pelicans shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Temple. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Jones looking for an opening. There's a good screen. Down low. Here's Tillman. Again, Memphis.
Xavier Tillman.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lets it go. To beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Grizzlies up by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And one of the better young two-way big men in the NBA, Jaren Jackson. He talked about how his defensive responsibilities grow.
Probably be more of a backline help, talk more, give more help for the rotations because, you know, depending on what team you play, there's a lot of specific things you got to do to guard a certain player.
Now with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
So on the floor for Memphis. Up at the forward spots, it's Anderson and Jackson. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's John Morant. And it's Bane in at the 2 guard. Here's Bane. No points in the game yet for him. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. And a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
Here's Jackson after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. The drive by Jackson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
New Orleans moving it around. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
The defender does a good job of contesting there, but McCollum's skill set and focus, they win out.
And standing 6'3" at that shooting guard spot, you know, the naysayers will question McCollum's lack of size defensively.
Well, it might not be, GA, the size part of it defensively. It's the fact that, you know, you'd like to make more of an impact defensively. So forget the size. You know, CJ needs to show some more effort on that end. The best part about CJ is that he usually wins the matchup on a nightly basis because he's such an incredible scorer, and that's where maybe you make up the difference.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Jackson from 13 feet. It goes down. Jackson's got his third basket of the night right there.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's McCollum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And from the line, he's knocking it down about 71% of the time, and that's a percentage that needs to go up.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Tillman, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Bain. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCullum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now.
Here's Clark. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw tonight.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And that one misses.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively. We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for New Orleans. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this.
Welcome. The first half is in the books, so let's check out the top performers for each team. You've both experienced being the top two players on your respective teams.
That's generous.
Oh, you're saying that Kobe and Big Shot Rob are better than you, right?
No, I was talking about you, Kenny.
And now as we take a look at the first half, we've got the New Orleans Pelicans in a tight contest.
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy, kind of like Shaq Su.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. We've got Devontae Graham. Jones is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's McCollum, and it's Valanciunas in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Graham against Morant. Valanciunas sets a screen for Graham. Pass to Valanciunas. And it's New Orleans scoring again. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Deflects the pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Memphis. Right now, they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Pelicans. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And for the Grizzlies, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Temple's checked in. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Ingram, no good on the free throw.
And guys, you have to admit that Brandon Ingram is only getting better as a player.
I'm raising my hand, GA. I admit it. Do you see me? I'm raising my hand. He's committed to living up to his all-star potential, and even though he's a player that had a change of scenery in the early part of his career after being a high draft choice, that's not mattering to Brandon Ingram. Maximizing his potential does matter, and we're seeing that hard work pay off.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Adams with the screen on Graham. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas. Reaching out and just swatting that shot away.
Stolen by Jackson. Ingram against Anderson. Now the pass to Adams. Shoots over Graham. Adams' shot is good.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 7. Here's Jones. That one a little long.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Passes it to Bain. And he drives in. A beautiful reverse layup. And now it's a 3-point Grizzly lead.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Ingram kicks to Graham. 3 seconds left. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Graham's got 6 points. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Grizzlies lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got Williams. Clark is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Melton in at the 2. Ball's knocked loose. McCollum with the ball. Guarded now by Clark. And the basket by McCullum.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found. Outside,
Jones. drops it in off the fadeaway. Jones has got his first points of the game.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Alvarado. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the screen. Driving in. Rebound by Williams. Memphis leading. To the middle. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded by Melton. McCollum, no good.
Yeah, awkward shot there. I mean, creative on the leaner, but the D just made it too difficult for him to convert.
Clark doesn't go for it. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Pass to McCollum. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. And he's good on the 3-ball.
I feel like the team right now is accepting the fact that C.J. McCollum is on fire, so they're looking for him on possessions in the half court.
Get up on your feet. Put your hands up. And you on the top.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Adams, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. Sharon Jackson comes in for Anderson. Baines checked in for Milton. And it's John Morant in for Jones. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thank you, David. Valanciunas. It counts.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now here's Morant. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Kicks it to Jones. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And the rejection by Jackson.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Here's Adams. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Well, Adams, with that kind of positioning so deep inside, he becomes a force down low.
Who wants a t-shirt? I can't hear you. Make some noise. Pelicans fans, your Pelicans dance team. And it's time to get up and get up.
7 seconds left in the fourth. Here's McCollum. And he stays with it. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go.
All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got D'Anthony Melton. He's out there with Morant, and it's Tillman in at the 5 down low.
Well, fearlessness by McCollum there, willing to take those big shots in the game's biggest moments.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Pelicans, C.J. McCollum. At the line for 1.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Morant against Graham. Good work there as it goes.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
Now here's McCollum. For three. And another three for New Orleans.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Well, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
And so here's New Orleans, following the miss by John Morant. This one for three. McCollum, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Sinks the triple. Melton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. So for the Pelicans, Valanciunas comes in for Hernan Gomez, and Jones subbed in for Ingram. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Tillman. Jackson comes in for Anderson. Williams, he's checked in for John Concho. And it's Bane in for DeAnthony Melton. And here's McCollum. From 11 feet away. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's Williams with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Morant. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's McCollum off the drive. It's rebounded by Memphis. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Adams finds Morant. Clock at 6. It's off. And he commits the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Second team foul.
At the line for your Pelicans, Valanciunas taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And a bruising, fundamentally sound big man. Valanciunas is a throwback. More importantly, he's willing to play whatever role is asked of him.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Get up and get loud for your Pelicans dance team. Get loud, fans. Stand up and make some noise.
Payne for 3. Right between the eyes. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Make some noise if you want one of these t-shirts. All right, look who's coming to the court. Come on, get up and get loud for your Pelicans dance team.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Count it!
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Look who's coming to the court. Come on, get up and get loud for your Pelicans dance team. Let's make some noise. We are the 6th man.
So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. Both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. There is a better game, there is a worse game, but, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set a screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now, our New Balance player of the game, C.J. McCollum.